Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another reading. I'm hanging with Cheeky Good Beeves while she's taking a nap. I thought I'd hop on and quickly share a message. It's going to be a bit of a karmic reading, so you know how you guys are in the comment section. Those of you who get triggered by the karmic readings and you want to question me, make sure you guys are using discernment, okay? I am going to do my work regardless, okay? Make sure you guys are aware of like why it is you're watching karmic readings or why it is you're clicking on the titles that you know will have karmic energy in there. Okay, don't get triggered. Just discern. If it's not your reading, it's not your reading. But there's many twin flames out there who are going through these karmic dynamics, and it's real and it's happening, and they need the guidance. So if it triggers you, just leave the reading alone and leave it for those who genuinely want the insights. Okay, so what I'm hearing about the karmic energy is that the karmics are starting to realize that the masculines are never going to fully want them, okay? And this is also initiating some endings that are happening in some of your twin flame connections, okay? I feel like it's the karmic partners that are initiating endings, and it's because they're starting to realize they're never going to be fully 100% wanted by the masculines. And part of the karmic's lessons in this dynamic as well is experiencing soul expansion and soul growth. And I feel like it's been a long, hard journey to come to this realization that they want more for themselves. All right. So what's the karmic's energy like? Okay. So we have the lightness of being. Okay, so I feel like they're starting to turn away from the connection with the masculine because they're wanting peace for themselves. Okay, so many of you may not know, but there are daily conflicts and arguments that happen because of this twin flame connection. Your person may ghost you, they may keep quiet, they may disappear from social media. You may find that they come on and they go off, and they come on and they go off. There's a lot of chaos in these karmic connections, but I feel like there is an ending that is being initiated because many karmics are starting to ascend in their own way, and that starts with, as everyone else on the journey here, with self-love, okay? And many of them are starting to see that they just need space and time to be themselves again and to really tap into what it is they desire out of this lifetime. Something that's been really triggering about the connection between masculine and feminine is that I feel like a lot of karmic partners, they hold on because they hope that the masculine is going to want them in the same way that they want you, divine feminine. So they hold on and they continue to have hope and they continue to have hope. But this time around, I feel like there is this lesson in accepting who it is they are and wanting someone who wants them for who they are. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the divine feminine's energy in this reading as well. Okay, I'll cut it right in half. Okay, so we have forgiveness. I feel that a lot of your masculines can't help but come towards you. There's a lot of forgiveness that's happening in twin flame connections because I feel like it's destined. There's been a lot of conflict as well created from the karmic's end, and I think that a lot of karmic situations are waking up to that. So whether you're a masculine that's a female or a male, your counterpart, they've had a great role to play in creating a lot of the conflict and obstacles that lie between you and your masculine and feminine. And I'm sensing it's not in this vindictive way. It is because of this energy that the karmic is in. It was all for soul expansion, and it's to help you both realize the true meaning of this connection. And I feel like all of that is being dropped now. Like, everyone is backing away and going to their rightful path. Like, that's just the energy I'm getting. And because of that, there's a lot of forgiveness occurring between the masculine and the feminine. It's like you both are starting to realize that, it was never each other. It was a lot of other energies that you both were dealing with as well that was keeping you away from one another. So forgiveness is happening because I think that you both are realizing that, you were on this journey with other people as well. But yeah, I feel like those things are starting to fall apart. Let's go ahead and get some guidance from the Fairy Tarot. What's going on with the karmics in terms of these endings that they're initiating? What is meant for the karmics? Highest good. Okay, so we have the Six of Spring coming through, wonderful news on its way, smart choices that bring rewards, success and public recognition. So I feel like what you guys may not know is that the karmics also feel held back in these relationships. Okay, so although there is a divine connection between masculine and feminine, what you guys may not know is that your divine masculine, whether they're a man or a woman, they operate in very karmic energies when they're with this karmic, okay? And they also hold back the karmic in many ways, and that is why they're meant to learn from one another. So what you may not know, because maybe the energy is different with your masculine when you're with them, divine feminine, but when they're with their karmic partner, I feel like they see the worst sides of themselves, and so does this karmic partner. So they both act karmic with one another, and that's what causes a lot of chaos in the relationship, a lot of unhappiness, because they're not meant to hold on to a relationship while suffocating one another. Okay, so I feel like with the karmics now kind of turning away and allowing themselves to really release this, good news are on the way for them in the form of being themselves and being authentic and finally going in the direction that they want to go in as well. I'm feeling that a lot of karmics have held on to these situations with your divine masculines, and they've lost themselves in the process. Like, I feel like they once upon a time had a lot of goals and dreams and aspirations, and then the divine feminine came into the picture and it like sucked the life out of them in a sense. It's like their lives became more about fighting for this divine masculine than it did pursuing their own goals and dreams and passions. And I think the twin flame journey is very hectic for all parties involved. It's not a journey for the faint of heart, including the karmic's journey as well. We also have the Four of Spring coming through. Okay, so be grateful. You have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness, a contented personal life. Going in the direction of where you can find true love, where you can find true stability. And I think that for a long time they haven't had that with the masculine, because the masculine, when they're with the karmics, they're in karmic energy. And so for so long, the karmics have stayed with the masculines. And what you guys may not realize too is that the karmics envy that the masculines are different people when they're with you, divine feminine. Whether this is a male or a female divine masculine, when they're interacting with you, they're just a different person. And I feel like their karmic sits back and they're like, why don't I get that version of you? Like, I know that there's something going on between you and this person. I can see a difference in your energy. Why don't I get that version of you? And that's what I feel like a lot of these karmic partners are starting to wake up and realize. They want this true love feeling that you two have, and they're starting to see that it's getting tiring. Like, they're starting to loosen their grip on this connection, because I feel too that many of these karmics, like they want to get out of this cycle, and they also want to it's not that they're karmic, it's just that their soul stays stuck in these karmic cycles, and I feel like they want more for themselves. Like, these are probably karmics and divine masculines who have been on the journey for quite some time. I'm also feeling that many of the feminines have gone in a different direction. You are pursuing your own life goals, your dreams, and when you turn in the other way, it kind of makes the karmic turn the other way as well, right? And I feel like a lot of them are just wanting better for themselves, and they're starting to see it's not with this divine masculine. Many karmics are again loosening the grip here, because they're seeing like this isn't their person. If it was their person, they would be thriving. Their life would feel abundant and successful, but like it doesn't. I feel like this masculine and this karmic are realizing it's better to let go, because I'm just not who I feel like I could be when I'm with you. And I also feel that some of your masculines are like, yeah, that's exactly, where I was getting at. Each time we would experience conflict, that's the point I was trying to get at. So yeah, a lot of these endings are happening, but for many of you, like if you resonate with this reading, endings are happening, but I feel like karmics are also letting go. Like, there's a large majority of you where karmics are clinging to the connection because of the presence of twin flames. But I feel like for this particular reading, like, karmics are starting to wake up and go, like, I'm done. I'm way too tired. Like, time for me to now pursue some happiness for myself. Okay, so what's going to be the best advice for those involved in this reading? The advice for the highest outcome for everyone involved. Okay, I'll cut it right in half. Okay, so we have express your feelings. Okay, I'm tempted to take one more. What's at the very bottom? Okay, so worry is a wasted emotion. Yeah, it's really time to just speak up about how it is you feel. Worry is a wasted emotion, because I'm seeing that a lot of these karmics, the worry came from man, I'm gonna have to start over. All this time I invested into this relationship, it was all for nothing. I feel like they're starting to come out of that. Like, for them, it's better to walk away so that they have a shot at experiencing great news, bringing new things into their life, than continuing to stay in a situation where they're always having to worry about the divine feminine popping up, right? Whether you're a male or a female divine feminine, your person, you always pop up, whether it's them looking at your social media again, all of a sudden old pictures are resurfacing, they're getting careless and clumsy about not deleting their search history. Like, their karmic partners know, and they can feel the energy, and you always seem to resurface. And for the karmic partners, it's not worth staying in a situation where they're always having to worry about you popping up in your masculine's life. And maybe not intentionally, maybe divine feminine, you're not doing it. Maybe you are creating all of the space and distance, but it's this divine masculine that can't help but reach out again, right? So these karmics are like, I'm done worrying about this situation. I'm ready to speak up and let this divine masculine know, like, I'm ready for something new. And it's like they also want to practice forgiveness as well in this connection. I feel like these karmics want a peaceful ending, because the energy I'm feeling from this reading is that they are genuinely tired. They are exhausted of this twin flame journey, and they want out. All right, guys, that was the short message I've received for today. Again, this reading is not going to be for everyone. If you're triggered by the karmic situations, hopefully the next reading will be for you, or check out some of my other playlists, all right? But otherwise, I will catch you guys in tonight's reading, okay? All right, bye, guys.